What if Deku was Killua's Zodiac? Okay, I got this request from Discord for one of my friends. So yeah. Um, so Deku would be sorry. So Deku name is Killua's Zodiac. And how this will work is Edshot will be Deku's father, Inko will be Deku's mother. As Deku's quirk, it would be a electricity based quirk, as his would be called electricity manipulation, as it would give him the ability to discharge, absorb, and release electricity as he wishes, but it makes him more hungry, I guess, and he needs to eat a lot, as well as he has increased metabolism. Alright, so Inko, she is a part of a clan full of assassins, okay? Ninjas and stuff like that. As Edshot, he is also from a prominent clan of assassins, as they want to get into a quirk marriage, as Inko and Edshot would then marry, and they have Killua Zodiac, as he would be born with white hair and blue eyes, as the elders would say, it's him, he's really it, as Edshot and Inka would say, what, he's really what, as they would say, he is the child of prophecy, he will be the best assassin in our whole clan, as Inka's like, what do you mean? As they would say, he has Edshot's white hair but blue eyes. Neither of you guys have blue eyes. Inko, you have green eyes. Edshot, I don't know what color eyes Edshot have. I believe they're black, but in Edshot you have, and Ed, you have black eyes. As he's like, wait, true. Inko, she's like, no. As you're like, he is the child of prophecy, as they read the legend saying, a child born with white hair and blue eyes shall grant promise to thy clan, as they're all happy. As one day, when Deku turns 4 years old, yeah, as he's been training since he was 2. Alright, he's been being tortured and electrocuted like Killua in Hunter x Hunter, as Deku, he's taking a break from training, as they have a personal court doctor come to their house because they don't leave their district, as he checks Deku's quirk, as they say, do any one of you have a electricity type quirk? As Inko says, no, I have a telekinesis type. As Edshot, I don't know what Edshot's quirk is. He says, no, I have a blank and blank quirk. As he's like, oh, well, that's a problem, because your son, he has electricity manipulation. As they're like, wait, what? How? As they also say, he also has nail manipulation. As they're like, nail manipulation? What? As he's like, yeah, pretty weird, but yeah, that's his quirk. Quirks, I should say. As Edshot then says, Inko, he's like, no, it's probably this whole child of prophecy stuff. As she's like, better be. As they go to tell the elders, as the elders like, yes, he really is a child of prophecy. The child of prophecy will have a electricity quirk. As they're like, oh wow, all of this child of prophecy stuff. As then they make Deku train even more. in their clan's assassination techniques, and put him underneath even more torture and poison and stuff like that. As all that time, over time, they will like give him more and more mouth, as Deku is now immune to poison and electricity. It still hurts, but he is immune. As Deku, he would, by the age of 7, he would be taking on jobs and clearing them out easily, as his elder brother, Lomi, would love how his brother has came as his, sister. I don't know all of his family's names, but yeah, his sister would she would be shocked on how her brother at the age of 7 is so talented, as Illumi wasn't able to take on jobs till he was 13, and Illumi's 21. I don't know if he's really that age in the original canon, but in this one he is. So yeah, as they're like, he really is the perfect assassin. As Deku, he's starting to find the assassination business lame, as he looks up to heroes, as he thinks being a hero is way more fun. As Killua only does things because they're fun, or because gone, So yeah, as they say, you know what, we shall enroll you into a school. They enroll him to a school with Bakugo. As on Deku's first day, Bakugo tries to tease him. As Deku, he says, okay, so this is how the whole interaction went. Bakugo says, hey yo, kid. As Deku's like, who, me? As Bakugo says, who else would I be talking to? As he says, oh, well, I am the only one here. Silly me. As Bakugo's like, well, look, this school is my turf, and since you are on my turf, you're gonna have to pay up. Or, as Deku says, pay up what? As Bakugo would then say, you're gonna either be my lackey or you're gonna obey everything that I say. As Bakugo says, yeah, neither. And she's like, what did you say? As Deku says, yeah, neither. As Bakugo starts to let off little explosions in his hands, saying, you're going to obey me. As Deku's like, yeah, I'll rather not. Oh wow, loud explosions. That's what Kachan means. Wow. But he starts to let off explosions that Deku's like, alright then, if you don't want to do it the easy way, we'll do it the hard way. As Deku's like, okay, I'll take you all on. As Bakugo has like 10 lackeys, 20 lackeys behind him. As people starting to crowd around like, ooh, what's going on? As Bakugo says, you really think you can take on 15 of us, including me? As Deku's like, yeah, I can. As Bakugo sends his lackeys toward him, as Deku sidesteps one of them and chops him in the back of the neck, knocking him out. As Deku steps outside of their range, as Deku says, you see, you want to think that you're special, but you're not. You were just blessed with this flashy quirk. As Deku starts to use the rhythm echo, as the teacher sees this, because all teachers went to UA and they know about the assassination techniques, and that is one of the well-known ones, as they say, rhythm echo, as a rush outside because they don't want that kid to die. As Buckle says, "What is this? Is this your quirk?" As Deku says, "No, my quirk's electricity. As you see, I'm more special. I was born special." As Deku then, as next thing you see is all of Bakugo's lackeys just knocked out. As Bakugo's like, how is it? How is he doing this? Like frantic, as he's scared of Deku. As this kid's quirk is electricity, but how? As Deku shows up behind Bakugo and his nail is long, he's like, because, like I said, I'm special. As all you see is a drip of blood coming off Bakugo's neck, because you know how Killua's nails is like sharper than like any blade. Yeah, just that one poke. And he says, "Cause I'm special." As he puts his like claw looking nail back in, and he goes back, sits down, and eats an apple. As he goes back to sit down, as the teachers come out like, "Stop!" As they see, that Deku's sitting down and nobody's dead, as they're relieved. As they're like, "Okay, get the paperwork on that kid. Who is he?" As one of the teachers go, as they're in the office going through the paperwork, as they find his picture, as it says killua. As a sweat drops on a nurse's face when they see the last name, Killua Zodic. As they're like, Zodic? As in the famous clan of assassins? As they're like, yes. As Edshot's real name is Sylvia, okay? Yeah, Sylvia, okay? So, and they're like, wait, this is crazy. Why is a assassin in our school? They're just scared. As Deku shows up, he says, "I quit the business." As they turn around to see him next to the window, like, "Kid, why are you here?" As Deku's like, "Well, I seen you guys run. Well, I seen the look you guys had when you came outside, so it was probably about me, since you seen me use a rhythm echo, aren't I right?" As they say, "Yes." As Deku says, "So there's no need to worry about me," as he falls back out of the window and goes back to his tree. As they're like, "Okay, oh, that's good. Just let's not get him angry." So they relax. As now we skip back to Deku's point of view. As Deku, he is, or I should say Kill, since he's not useless. So Kill, he's just there, watching some people bet chocolate bars, playing. As Deku's like, "Hey, can I play?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, you can play." As Deku's like, "All right." As he's like, "Well, I don't have any candy bars." They're like, "Money's fine." As Deku puts down, a few coins, as he plays, as he wins, and he wins a fat stack of chocolate bars and coins. As they're all like, "Lucky, you want to play again?" As Deku's like, "Nah, I got my key." Put the chocolate in his backpack and start snacking on it. As Deku's like, get like the cat face Killua does. He's like, delicious. And then from that day on, that's when Deku was obsessed with, well, he like loved chocolate. As Deku would spend his whole allowance on chocolate and snacks, cause, like I said, since he has like electricity, he has an increased metabolism, making him always hungry. So he keeps snacks on him. So yeah. As one day we skip to when Deku is actually introduced to the class, which is the next day, as Deku came at the end of the school day, as they say, okay, you guys might know him from yesterday, but we have a new transfer student, Killua Zodic, as they get a bit frightened in their voice as Killua walks in the class, as he says, yo, I'm Killua Zodic. As they're like, you're the kid that beat Bakugo. Oh, as Deku's like, what, he was weak. None of you guys could have beat him. And they're like, no. As Deku's like, weak. As Deku goes to introduce himself, he's like, hi, my name is Killua Zodic. I have 2 quirks. One is electricity. No, he don't tell his quirks, alright, because I want this interaction to happen, alright? So Deku goes to sit down. As he sits down next to this yellow-haired girl with a black lightning mark, as she sits down next to her, as she says, yo, my name is Krista Kaminari. I couldn't think of no way to say Denki's name like a girl, so yeah, Krista Kaminari. As Deku's like, yo, I'm Killua Zodic, as she reached her hand out for a handshake, as she's laughing in her mind like, I'ma get him. As she starts, sparking in her hand, as Deku shakes it, as she's like, as she sees that he's not being shocked. As Deku's like, as she's like, wait, what do you? As Deku shows her, as she's like, wait, you have a electricity quirk too? As right then they form a bond, as Deku explains his quirks. As she's like, cool, but they're different at the same time. As mine's, I use a sort of electricity that's in my body, and I discharge it, but I discharge more amounts than you. You can absorb and release electricity from your body. That's pretty cool. As Deku's like, no need to flutter me, As we have a time skip to the end of middle school, as when I left off, Deku was in elementary, as he was only 8 years old. So yeah, as we skip to the end of middle school, as Deku, he's saying goodbye to Christy Kaminari, as she says bye to Deku, like, man, wish I could have spent some more time with Deku Kun in her head, yeah. So as Deku, he's starting to walk home, as he is being trapped, like walking underneath the bridge, as Deku then hears like a something rattle, as Deku throws his backpack and looks around, as a sludge villain says, so kid, you must have a hearing quirk. That would be perfect for that All Might. Give me your body. As he rushes to Deku, as he's too quick for Killua to percept, so he gets caught in it, as he shocks him, as he's like, wait, you have 2 quirks? As Deku's like, no, I have 2 quirks, but not a hearing quirk. As the guy's like, well, anyways, I want your body. As he rushes towards Deku, as Deku zaps him again, as Deku starts to walk in a pattern, saying, you dare to attack me? Huh. Try to keep up. I'll give you my body if you can figure out which one's the real me. As Deku starts to activate the Rhythm Echo, not knowing All Might is watching from afar. All Might is still Deku's favorite hero, but as All Might sees this, he's like, Rhythm Echo? That's one of the assassination powers. How does this kid know it? And especially at such a young age. as Deku starts to walk around him, making after images, as the sludge villain attacks, as it attacks the clone, as Deku zaps him and just keeps zapping him, as Zeku's doing that thing that Killua did against the Rhino, Chimera Ant, just keep running around him, zapping him and zapping him. Yeah, he's doing that. Just he can't like claw him with his like nails, cause it's like, come on, like he's sludge. He could just wrap his, So Deku just keeps zapping him till he gives in, as in All Might comes saying, "I am here." As All Might, sucks up the villain, as the villain says, "Thank God, take me to jail, All Might, please, just get me away from that brat." As there was holes in the sludge villain, because the more Deku was running, the more hotter his electricity was getting. As Deku sees All Might, he's like, "Yo, All Might, yo, please sign my notebook." As All Might signs it, as he says, "Hey kid, meet me at Dekamo Beach tomorrow. I want to discuss some things with you." As Deku's like, "Okay." As that's where I'm going to leave this one off. Peace.